It was like an Andrew Tate video, and he said that he wants a virgin over like a girl with like a higher body count, right? Mm-hmm. That just screams
Whoa.
I did the same thing last time and they hated me for it.
I'll keep it more PG.
Let me play this one more.
So you're saying if an older guy wants a virgin like her,
you're not a virgin. I mean, you may be born again.
If an older guy, ladies, if an older guy wants a virgin like Grace, that makes him a pedophile. That's what you're saying right now.
Okay, he's like what, pushing 40? So how many 35, 40?
So let's say she meets a 38-year-old.
Okay.
She meets a 38-year-old. Mm-hmm. Does that make him a pedophile?
How old is she? How old are you?
23.
23, 38. That's like how big of a difference? I don't know. I didn't go to college.
Andrew Tate is 36. Okay, let's just.
He's pushing 40. How many 36-year-old virgins are there? Probably not many.
Yeah, but he wants to date like young baddies.
He wants someone who's barely legal. That sounds like someone who grooms.
Because she's forgetting a part of what Andrew Tate was saying. He wasn't just saying a virgin. He was saying somebody under the age of 20. So it was like 18 to 20 was his gap.
Can she go to the bar with you?
He said his ideal one was a 19-year-old when he was 36.
That's getting a big
newsflash for you. That's a lot of guys.
We know. We already went over it, and but that doesn't make it right.
Well, it doesn't make it wrong just because you think it's wrong.
Maybe there's a reason. A lot of girls' ideals is rich guys, but
that's fine. It doesn't play on their age though. I mean,
was he old enough to drive when she was born?
What does that have to do with anything?
That's a good point. It's like a way to tell the age gap is like
just because you guys feel like it's wrong doesn't make it wrong. This has been the norm throughout all of human history. Older guys with resources go for younger women. It's fine. That's human nature.
Younger adult women.
Yes.
Because they would go for a 14-year-old if they could.
No,
so they're doing the next best thing.
This is projection.
It's not. How is it projection? I want a 14-year-old? If anything, you're projecting right now, not me. That's
okay.
I'm just telling you what human nature is like and what it's been like throughout history. Men go for younger women. And I'm telling you,
it doesn't just because it's human nature doesn't make it right. Human nature is also men go out for human nature and don't know how to keep it in their pants. That's still human nature. Doesn't mean to make it right. Just because it's human nature doesn't mean it's right.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs closed either.
There's
plenty of women who can't keep their legs closed. There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs closed. Doesn't make that right.
Just because you're, like she said, a born-again virgin doesn't mean just you can have all these new opinions of keeping your legs closed or you guys like.
No, you just said there's plenty of guys who can't keep it in their pants. That doesn't make it right.
I was making a synonym for rape. I didn't want to say rape on here is what I meant.
Wait,
by keeping their pants, I was saying they take it on unwilling suspects.
How did this evolve into rape?
Because I was saying.
What are you talking about?
That's what I was saying earlier, but I was trying to use a synonym and not just use that word, just throwing it out there. But I was saying that's why you were saying human nature. There's men who like younger women by human nature. I was also saying it's human nature with how big a percentage of men we have who go out and rape women. Doesn't mean it's correct.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know a single guy.
Okay.
I would guarantee you some of your close friends have probably assaulted a woman. Just based on numbers. It's numbers. It's 1 in 4 men. That's just based on numbers.
Okay, I don't think that's fair to the men.
It's not 1 in 4.
But you're not sexually active, so how would you know?
I do want to say something.
Okay, Grace, go ahead.
Just
and then
real quick.
We'll come back in.
I think I see where you girls are at with what Andrew Tate said and seeing it going through your head and then filtering it through that, seeing him as a pedophile or like that's leading to that. I think though, if you really look at what he's saying and you really watch that, what he's saying is that he doesn't want an older woman who's been with a bunch of partners because he wants to be. I'm not siding with him completely, but I do think that he has a good point that men do want women who have less baggage.
Why? They want to be worshipped?
Because
no.
Why would a guy want a woman with less baggage?
That's actually married. Like, what the fuck? You guys don't even have enough fucking clout to say.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's why like it makes sense though for people like Chase. People like Chase who would want somebody with a lower body count because he's also now saving himself. So that makes sense because he's saving himself now. So he wants somebody else who's saving himself. Andrew Tate's not fucking saving himself. He's going out and probably fucking multiple women a day. So it's a little weird for somebody who wants somebody to be saving themselves when somebody's body count is probably over 300.
Are men and women the same?
Hold on though.
Are men and women the same?
Wait, hold on.
So you're saying men can go and have multiple partners but not women?
Hold on. Everybody. Andrew Tate didn't say he wants a woman who's saving herself. He simply said that he wants a girl who has a lower body count and less baggage.
Because a 12-year-old.
No, that's not what he said.
No.
That's not what he said.
Not all of us.
That's not what he said.
He said like 18 to 26.
Right?
Yeah.
You can't even be mad about this. This is your fault.
What?
No,
Andrew
this
Tate's
is
Leonardo?
ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
What's
You can't
ridiculous?
accuse men who want legal
You're getting a
of age
little-
women. You guys are accusing men who want legal of age women of being pedophiles. That is a
50-year-old
crime.
man wants an 18-year-old. It's fucking
Now
weird.
it's just evolving.
Weird.
First it was
Because
mid
you know why?
30s, now it's 50.
Can I say
You guys are making it more and more
because
ridiculous.
It's like, for me, I'm only 22 years old, and when I see most 18-year-old boys, they literally look like children to me. They look like a whole fucking child that I could have birthed myself. When I see a
Women are
16-year-old
not-
boy, they literally look like infants. Okay, I'm attracted to women too. If I see a 16-year-old girl, I'm like, they still look like a fucking child.
We're not talking
They look
about
like a
16
child.
we're not talking about
I know,
16-year-olds.
but you're not getting my point. You're not getting my point. Okay, even an 18-year-old girl, now at 22 years old, I see most 18-year-olds, I'm like, holy crap, you look like a whole child, like a freaking infant compared to me. And I'm only 22.
Infants?
So that's why it's weird to me. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Like off the bat, I could tell that she was...
Semantics. You know what she's trying to get at.
Thank you. Off the bat, I could tell that she was the youngest one in this room. Immediately.
What?
It was obvious. It was obvious. She carries herself very youngly. It's not something, even though she's only
Shots
a year
fired.
younger than me.
Shots
But no, but
fired.
seriously,
Shots fired.
you could just tell. Like, you could just tell. And if that's what you're seeking out, it's weird to me. Point blank, period.
You sound very
Okay.
triggered by it for some reason.
I do because it's. I know it's not all men.
How old are you?
But it's 22.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's the men who try to act like it's not a big issue because
It's not an issue.
It's not.
It's not an issue
It's
for
not.
men.
It's not an issue at all.
It's
no.
not. It's not.
We're literally like so many
so
guys.
What are you trying to say? Pedophilia is not an
No.
issue?
No,
That's what basically what you're saying, though.
You keep making it into pedophilia, but it's not.
That's what our whole conversation was that we brought up. That's the conversation we're on right now.
You're trying to shame men for having preferences for younger women
Yeah, for having
by
preferences.
labeling it something that's illegal.
would you
That's a
call
classic.
it?
That's a classic shame tactic.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about having interest in women under the age of 18. We just said a lot of men prefer younger women. And you're like, that's fucking pedophilia. I think this is projection.
That's
you're probably
ad hominem.
Now let's move on to
You're
projection.
projection.
you're
Do you know
probably-
what projection means?
yeah,
so
it
then
is.
you're going to accuse me of being basically a pedophile. Then is what
No,
you're
I'm not
projecting.
accusing you of.
Okay, but then
I'm
know
not
what the term
accusing
means.
you
Then
of
know what
being a
the term means.
pedophile. Okay. What I'm accusing you of is being triggered by this and trying to shame men
I'm
because
triggered
you
by
know it won't work in your favor someday.
Maybe I'm so triggered by it from the time when I was underage and how many older men were trying to
But
get
we're
at
not-
me. I couldn't even walk down the street
That's
We're not
That's not
talking
what we're
about the
talking
same
about,
thing.
though.
We're not talking about the same thing. We're talking about adult. We're talking about adult women here between the age of 18 to 25.
But calling an 18-year-old an adult
Doesn't
that's
matter.
like-
It's still legal.
Yes, you're an adult.
Doesn't
at
matter.
18.
That sounds so good.
Still
That's
legal. You're legally
really
an adult.
crazy
How is
you
that?
say
You're legally an
Okay.
adult.
that way too.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I want to come in on this.
so-
hold on. Let me come in and I'll let you. Okay, so first off, at 18 years old, you can buy a gun. You can
What
join
kind
the
of gun?
military.
Not all guns. So basically, please
Just let him
clarify.
finish.
You
Let him.
can't-
Let him
Can't
finish.
buy
Stop.
handguns.
Can you stop
Not
Stop
interrupting?
talking.
Like, let me talk.
Stop talking. Let him finish.
Okay, so at 18, you're an adult. You're legally an adult at 18. If you want to attach the teen to it at 18, 19, fine. But this is the thing, is that men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries. It happens to be the case that men are attracted to younger women for a myriad of reasons. And when I say younger women, I mean women, adult women, from 18 and up, okay? 18, let's say 18 to 25. They've done studies on this. They ask men of all ages, the peak attractiveness that they see in women is between the age of like 20 and 21. 20 and 22 is what men find the most physically attractive, that age range. It's kind of funny, like, men, we don't shame women for y'all preferences. You want a guy who's confident, rich, funny, charismatic, all these things, right? But men, we have different preferences than you guys do.
What's the
We're
age range on the men that you're talking about from this observation?
from
It's when they die.
18 to 60. Men
18
prefer
to 60.
yes, men find the most of the women that they find the most attractive, it's between 20 and 22.
What about the 65-year-olds?
It's the same. He showed a little thing, and it's like basically it just stops
it's a
at
chart.
22. Like they just stop finding women over the age of 22 attractive, no matter how old they get.
But it's funny, like, men always get shamed for this. It's always met with some sort of contempt, disdain, shaming language, insecure. I'm not going to use the
but
word.
women get
all
raped
this
a lot.
stuff.
If you wanted a girl with big titties and a fat ass, I would say that's your preference, dude. Go for it. It's a preference. I understand that I have a problem with it.
Okay, here's another reason why men buy it. There's an Evo Psych reason for why men care about a woman's age, why they prefer younger women. It comes down to fertility. Younger women are more capable for the reason why. Okay, let's say you're